Alaba going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. So it's down to business here. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. This familiar tale ready to be retold. Messi completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Alaba, pressing high and with purpose. De Bruyne. And it's Pogba. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Munoz kept his eye on it, and he's there. Torrientes. He can run onto that. Pogba. De Bruyne.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Now it's Neymar. Spread neatly. Oh, what a climb! They've scored! 100 games of service, duly rewarded. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Number 10, Lionel Messi.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And it's Messi. Pogba. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Marine. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Can he latch on to this? Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Alaba. Now then, the ball's come loose. Shot could be on, and he's had a shot! And he's there to belt it away.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And that's gone behind for a goal kick. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Sucic. McAllister. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. He's picked his way through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Alaba with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Gets his head to it! He will be livid with himself. Aramburu. Pacheco. Now Sergio Gomez.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And there's the end of the first half. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. Alaba, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are already promptly back underway. Alaba carrying a one-goal lead. No, that's been intercepted. Alaba. De Bruyne. Messi. Now it's Messi. Pacheco gets it away. Still just a single goal between the sides.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
And claimed it back swiftly.
71,649.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Substitution on the field. Number 40. Coming on to replace him is
Trientes.
Mikel Oyarzabal.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Substitution.
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Trientes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Munoz. McAllister. Back into the middle. And through to the goalkeeper. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Aramburu. And the counter is on. De Paul has a go! And that would have been game, set and match.
De Paul has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Marine. Kubo.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Kubo is onto this.
Substitution on the field. Number 24.
So, time for
Coming
changes
the field
on
is
both sides, actually.
Number 11. Substitutions taking place.
And now they can spring out of defence. And they can counter here. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Neymar. That's going to go a long way. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the